Hello again, everyone. If you see a black screen here, this will literally just be because Unreal and OBS messed up them for a moment. So what are we doing here? I'm trying to fix this problem I have with my AI. I previously showed off the flashlight that I have in development at the moment, and since then I've managed to find a solution via the Unreal forums again. What I was having was a problem where my mesh would not shrink in scale, and thus my collision mesh for my light was going through objects. It was being seen by the AI, and as a result my AI could more or less see through walls. And I didn't want that, so instead what we now have is a solution to that where the mesh scales relative to the world around it in 3D space as we go closer. The idea is that my player pawn, my player character now, also does a line trace similar to the AI, and it line traces for where objects are and then scales accordingly based on the distance away from them. So it makes it look as though the mesh is shrinking as you get closer. And I like that. It's a really neat idea. The problem now is that the AI is detecting collision from seemingly all angles. I'm not entirely sure how, but like we'll see here, I started using sphere collision instead to get a little bit more accurate collision, but he's still giving me a pain in the ass. For instance, if I do it there, he'll be right there, but he's getting collision there now, right at the very end where he's closest to, which he shouldn't be getting for some weird reason. And this was happening when I was using line trace as well, not just sphere trace. I have a feeling it's something to do with the mesh scaling, especially because you can see it up there and see how big it is by default. That's my my player character out of the way just so I can interact with it in engine and tweak stuff. But yeah, it's really interfering with stuff. It doesn't work 100% of the time, which is why I'm glad I did this in a standalone project, because then it doesn't interfere with my my main one. I'm just kind of annoyed here that the collision that I've got here seems to be affecting the AI in such a way that it's causing issues. Maybe if I just quickly go into the cone collision here and try and change that, because the idea is that I give it simple collision so that it could be tweaked and grow in scale and whatnot. So if I try and scale the collision down, maybe that would help a little bit, because at this point I don't want it to be like super huge. Just making sure that's all the collision that I'm scaling here, because at the same time I want the collision to be hit and give that detect back, but I don't want it to be like super close to the AI. So if I do this again now, so now it's moving a little bit further. Now that should detect it there, but it's not, and I don't know why. I really don't know why that's not detecting it, but when I press F again, it detects it, and it detects it pretty close by the look of it. This is, I think this is a partial fix that I've just found on stream here, but this line trace should work better than this. It only seems to work really well in bursts, like when I'm toggling. If I have it on, just on stationary like this, it doesn't seem to work as well, so I'm not entirely sure why that's not working properly. It should get hit detection from this. Send the result back to the AI, and the AI should say, look, I need to go to this location. But instead, like you saw there, it's going right close to itself. I really don't know why. It's going to take a lot of tweaking to get this right, because it's working there. Just not there. Don't know why. Like, it's giving me collision at both ends. You can see when when the line goes green in an area, that's where it's detected the hit, so it moves to it. But for some strange reason, it's hitting itself way sooner than it should be. Anyway, I'm going to save that. Hopefully I can get this done, because I really want this this implemented. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one where hopefully I have a solution to this. Bye!